Good evening. Maybe before the closing remark, I would like to ask you one more thing to do for us. Well, we want to make sure that every single AFPIF is better than the previous one. And for this, you need your feedback. This year, we tried to innovate a little bit, and we are using online feedbacks. And I think you all have this paper on your table. If you don't, I think you can grab it from nearby. You can fill in the feedback form just by scanning the QR code that you find here. So please take it, scan it, and you have a few questions to answer. That will really help us ensure that the next one is better than this one. Thank you. Kevin, let me know when it is ready. Okay, thank you. So it has been a custom now to give you some statistics, some information about the meeting and compare it with the previous forums every year. So that's what I'm going to do. Next, please. Okay, so as you know, you have, can I use this? Does this work? No. Okay. As most of you know, AFPIF started in 2010. The first one was in Nairobi, Kenya. Then the second in Accra. The third in Johannesburg, the fourth in Casablanca, the fifth in Dakar, and the sixth last year in Maputo. This year's event is the seventh one. So some statistics with the number of participants. I didn't put every year's participants, but starting from Johannesburg, you can see that Johannesburg, we had a good number, 220, then we went down to 143 with Casablanca, then we grew to 175, then last year 232, and this year you can see that we have almost 300 participants, 298 to be precise, which is a good progress. With women participants, because we want, one of our goals is to have also representation from women as well. We had good participation in Dakar with 50. Casablanca was not good, 16 only. Maputo was a bit better. This year we did not as much as Dakar, but a little bit better, 39. So I hope that by next year we will reach at least our Dakar record. International participations. This year we had a little lower than the previous years. I don't know the reason why. We have one less continent, Australia. Next year we have to bring someone from Australia so that we can reach all the continents. But for the number of countries as well, we have 48 countries and less than, and we'll try to figure out why that. But we have good representation, I have to say, from Africa, Europe, as well as America. With regard to online participation, again, this is something that we have to investigate why, but we have less participants this year than last year and the year before. Maybe we don't advertise enough, so this is something that you have to work on. I have to say that we had a very good connectivity this year. Thank you, CCOM. And we have it in IPv4 and IPv6. And as you can see, the graph, I think we used that bandwidths. Well, not really all, but at least I think we had enough for everybody for this year. Bilaterals and peering introductions, we don't have the numbers for this year. By the way, the meeting tools are made available by DKIX that I have to thank here, but unfortunately it always takes a little bit some time to get the numbers. Do you have them now? Okay, maybe Michuki, you tell me what they are.
So based on the data we have, there were 396 people who were registered. There were 225 who activated their accounts, 148 were pending, and there were 22 who cancelled. There were 167 participants with at least one meeting. That's 74% of the active users. The total number of meetings that were scheduled and confirmed were 165, which is quite high compared to last year.
Okay, so if I understand, it improved from last year.
Yes.
So thank you. I think that is very good news because we believe that one of the major values of this meeting are of this forum are the meetings that happen, and I think that is very good news. Peering introductions increased from 27 to 35 this year. Again, good news. Next, please. So with regards to sponsors, we started with 5 with AFPIF1, then 6 at AFPIF2, 14 at AFPIF3, 16 at AFPIF4, 13 at AFPIF5, 18 at AFPIF6, and 23 this year. So a big improvement. So we have very new African sponsors, which is a very good news, and I would like to thank them for sponsoring AFPIF. Next, please. Testimonies, as we used to have, we hear in the hallways a lot of thank yous, and we like to give some of them. So Ben Madison from Work Online said, it is a great event and it is amazing to see the community growing. Chindinma Iwe from Main One said, we are looking forward to see AFPIF in West Africa and we would like to be a part of it. And Professor Meoli from Kenneth said, as always, this is quite a productive meeting for Kenneth. So I'm sure you have other testimonies and we'll be happy to hear in the feedbacks as well as please tell us by email or by whatever means. Asante, thank you, merci. But I would like to thank also people by name as much as possible, because this kind of event, even though Internet Society organized it, I think we can never do it without the participation of many of you. I can almost say that half of this room have contributed to making this happen. But to mention a few of you, I would like to thank, first of all, the program committee. I'm sure that you agree with me that it was an excellent program, that we had very good speakers, and I would like to name the members of the program committee: Nishal, Andrew Owens, Hisham, Frank, Habib, Matthew Shingewde, Thomas Vollmer, Kyle Spencer, Matthew, Chris, Guylain, Tabiseng, Hago, as well as Michuki and Kevin from ISOC. Of course, we have many speakers and moderators. I'm not going to name them because you know them. Thank you so much. The local host, you have seen many of them here, and thank you especially for Ismail and Joseph. Are they here? I haven't seen them. Ismail is here. Thank you, Ismail. Many volunteers from Tanzania chapter, thank you. I don't know if they are here, but thank you so much for helping us. Streaming, Binyam, who is here, and also Jolie McPhee from the New York chapter, who has been working on the streaming remotely. Meeting tool, as I said, BKIC, and logistics, the event organizers, Africa Event Excellence, Bronen and Jani. And of course, the the African Regional Bureau staff. You might think that we have a big team to work on that, but there are only 5 people, including myself, who have been working on this event. So I'd like to ask the African Regional Bureau team to stand up and show who they are. Maybe everybody's not here. Michuki, I don't think he needs introduction, but he is the lead in the team. Thank you so much for your dedication for this work. Marsema, I'm sure you know her because she's everywhere, but she's not here right now. She is the one who is in charge of the logistics. Bethel, who has been in charge of the communications. And Kevin, who has been helping with everything that we have. And I would like to mention here that we have an increasing number of our colleagues from around the world. I see Linda there, Jane, and James, Leah, Howie, that I have to mention. He is behind the sponsorship. We have many people from Global ISOC who are coming here. It's a sign of success because we didn't have so many in the first years. So Martema is here. So thank you also for the ISOC Global team for coming and helping us. Connectivity, CCOM, I think they have been accompanying us around Africa. Well, thank you so much. The photographer, Miani, he has been awesome with his photographs at every active. Interpreters, I think it's important that we have interpretation. We have some challenges, but I think it was important that we have interpretation. And of course, the hotel, Hyatt, I'm sure that you have liked our choice of hotel and as well as the other hotels that we have used for you. Transport company, JJ Tours, I have been told that everybody's happy with the transportation. Thank you. I'm sure I have forgotten many people. As I said, all of you have contributed to the success, your participation. I don't think there are many meetings where we have a full room at the end of the meeting, so your participation is important, but you have all contributed in some manner by coming and helping in some way, so thank you so much. Michuki, is there anything else that you need to say? Yeah, the survey, please take some time. It's a bit long, I have to admit, but I'm sure that you can spend a few minutes for that. Yeah, for next year, we wished that we could announce where it will be for next year. But unfortunately, we can't be sure 100%, but I can give some hint, which is West Africa. So see you somewhere in West Africa next year. Thank you so much. Michuki, I give you the last word.
And a big round of applause to Dawit as well. All right, so that brings us to the end of AFPIF 2016. We are definitely looking forward to be with you. We will announce the dates and the venue for where we shall be meeting. The program committee will definitely start working on agenda and everything else that comes with that. So thank you very much. Again, thanks once more, and look forward. Safe travels back home, and see you next year. Thank you.